Okay, this is the video that I've been saying I was going to do for the products that I use. Yeah, I got to pick up a poo-poo. Okay, as you can see, their food is out. One sec. Their food and water is out. Their water is out all the time. It never gets put away. I change the water, wash out the bowl and change the water regularly throughout the day because standing water gets a little bit of scum on it anyway. And when they're constantly eating and drinking it, they put dirt in the water. So I constantly am changing and cleaning their water bowl. But their food is out from the time they get up. Hey, 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 hey. There. Come on. Their food is out from the minute I put them, they wake up and I put them in their playpen. Now, if these puppies were staying here, the playpen would not be used after they're 8 weeks old. I would never keep this many puppies because it would be crazy to try and potty train them. But 2 would be okay. 1 is super easy. I just put the pee pads, and I get these from Walmart. I also get one that has purple on the box. They're a little smelly with lavender a little bit. And one sec. This is the puppy food that I use. Yes, I get a giant bag, but they go through it because there's them and Mummy eating it, because Mummy has to have extra calories to be able to feed them. So this bag was bought specifically for these puppies and to be able to give some away in their puppy gift bags. So this bag is now down to here. And it wasn't even opened until the puppies were born. And this is around $100, $110, $120, something like that. But for one puppy, I would never get this big bag because by the time you get to the bottom of it, it'll be stale. I would just get a small, not the really small, but a medium-sized bag and just use that. And you really need to keep your baby on puppy food for their first year because otherwise they don't have the calories, the vitamins and minerals that they need to grow up and be healthy dogs. My dogs, all of my fur babies, ate puppy food, and if there's any left over, I will mix it in with their food because it's not going to hurt anybody. And I won't wait until we have other puppies because we're not having other puppies, but I would not save this till the next litter anyway because it would be too stale. And this is full of my dog's stuff, but I have 8 dogs. This is their toothpaste. A couple different kinds of toothpaste. You stick your finger in that and you put that in their mouth and scrub away. I've got one guy who won't let me put anything in his mouth, but I've got other ones that I can brush their teeth with. And this is my Dremel tool. I use it for my dog's nails, but I also have a nail trimmer. And for puppies, I use my own personal nail trimmer, because all I do is their nail grows like this, and all I do is put the clipper at the tip and just cut off the hook part. It's pretty easy. They don't necessarily want to stay sitting still, but if you just do one paw at a time till you get used to it, I can do all 7 in less than a half an hour. But I've been doing it for a few years. First time I tried doing it, it took me, I would have to say, about 3 hours to get Shelby's done, just because I was nervous. And you know, some of them will have black nails. So that's why I say just do the tip. Because in the black nail, it's harder to see where the quick is. But in the white nail, you can see the pink. And if you do happen to clip it a little short, put some polysporin on it right away. You don't want them to be walking around in their pee or poo and getting infection in it. Now, I use a hairdryer on mine on no heat, because the heat from our hair dryers is too hot for them. So I use low heat, a good arm's length away, and then to get them nice and fluffy at the end, I use no heat at all. I really like these ones until the plastic nibs fall off. And they do, as you can see. This one is really good for using to get rid of their little underfluff knots. And I love this one because it helps get rid of knots. But this one, the blue one, is really good for that. And then this is just like a natural brush. You just brush and it's nice and smooth. This one, it looks a little medieval, but you use it very carefully. What I do is I use it on myself. I scrape it on myself, brush it on my arm, so that I know what it feels like. And this one will scrape scabs off, which you don't want. You do not want to do that. But it's a really good at getting, when their hair is short, getting the little bit of fluff. Because Shitzus have 2 different kinds of hair. They have their underfluff, kind of like a down, and then they've got their long hair over top. It's the underfluff that gets most of the tangles. So this works great for that. So does this. And then, of course, I've got this one, which I love. I absolutely love this one, this comb, because even though these will work, all of them will work, I like using this one because I have more control over it. I can dig right into the knot and start peeling it apart like a knot. And of course, there's a bandana. Hey, quiet, Susie, stop. I also use people brushes. These are dog scissors, but I don't like them. They're very cheap. They don't last very long. And really, this is what you should use to trim their hair. The shears. Except their face. Their face, when you do it, you need blunt edge scissors. And there's my buzzers with blades for them. And I even have a hair straightener for them. And of course, this is the oil for them. And I have a sonic tooth cleaner. I wouldn't get the sonic tooth cleaner because they don't really want that on their teeth. They don't like it at all. you'd have to start when, like now, in order to get them used to it. But, you know, that's what it is at the dentist too. That's what they use. So these are awesome. If you see your puppy licking constantly in one spot, they call it a hot spot. You use this. It tastes awful. So make sure you wash your hands after. But it helps. It tastes so bad, it makes them stop licking there. But it also stops the itching. This Scout's Honor Probiotic Itch Relief. You just give it a good shake and give them a spray like hairspray and brush it in. This is what I use if they have short hair. This is what I use if they have long hair, because it's a wipe and you can wipe it right into their skin. I like this stuff better because it does not give a taste or anything. Now their ears, you always have to take care of their ears. And that's what I use for here, probiotic ear cleaner with aloe vera. You give it a shake, squirt a little bit in their ear, and then you just take their ear with the flap down and you just rub it in, squish it in with being very gentle. And then because they've got water in their ears, that's exactly what they'll do. Give it a shake, and then you go in there with a Kleenex and wipe out the stuff that is shaken out, because this stuff will loosen debris and it will come out. I use this for my babies after shampooing and after hair dry. It's a keratin mist. It just helps their hair. And works great. I use Little Caesars. I'll get a picture of it. And this is how big the treats are. I don't start treats until they're a month old. And these are they're the beef ones. So they've got a little flavor, see, inside. And my guys love it. And they're so tiny, you can give them a couple and not feel guilty about it. This is the same brand, but these are Baked Delights. I'll put a picture of them as well. And these are a little bit bigger, probably close to, I'd say 4 or 5 of these ones. These are special treats. I don't give them for any other reason other than it's a special. And because they've seen it, they got to have it, of course. But again, no treats until they're at least a month old, or they will stop eating your food, the puppy food. For their teeth, I use the greenies. And I also have a water. I put an additive in their water. And I seem to be out of it right now, but I will get a pic of it. And you don't have to use my brands. You can use whatever brand you want, but you should be using something like this. Oh, I forgot this one. And this one is for their paws, because they're going to go outside and they're going to get cold paws. They're going to get dirt on their feet and stuff. And just like your hands, they dry out in the wintertime. And if you're walking them in the summertime, the heat on the sidewalk is also not great for their paws. So I use this on their paws and on their nose so that it's not dry and cracky. Okay, we're going to scoot upstairs so I can show you the shampoo that I use. And again, you don't have to use the same products that I do, but you should use something similar. I use Scout's probiotic shampoo and conditioner, but I just use normal conditioner for them after I've washed their hair. I have it in a bottle, and it's totally watered down. So is their shampoo. Their shampoo is totally watered down. This is a shed control. This is no tears. And again, shed control. This is Meeka's. And there's a pink one that I get too. It's called a super gentle. And, oh, there it is. Extra gentle. And even though it says it has conditioner on it, I still use conditioner. And this is where they get the bath. So that's pretty much it. And there's where the puppies sleep. And a few more dogs in there. And the fur baby's right there. So that's my product line. And I will put pictures of the water additive. And my adults eat lamb and lentil from F-R-O-M-M is the brand name. Lamb and lentil. Duck a la veg, which is basically duck and sweet potato. And duck Hassenpfeffer. And the reason I use a lot of duck is because Shitzus have a tendency to have sensitive bellies. And Shelby was one that had a sensitive belly. And she didn't like any other food. Didn't agree with her. We started with a canna. And the only reason I switched from a canna is because they didn't like the puppy food. The puppies and that did not like the puppy food so much. So we switched over to from. And it's really tiny, tiny, tiny kibble. And that's about it. Oh, and Kim, little girl, is going to be right there, going home tomorrow. If anybody wants to pick up their baby a couple days early, I'm okay with that because they are completely weaned. They sleep on their own. They're vaccinated and dewormed. So just give me a call day before so that I can get them groomed and washed up and everything for you. Otherwise, you're going to get a stinky baby. So I hope everybody has a great day and is really careful out there with this snowfall that we just had. Okay. Bye for now.